What's going on, guys? Stevie from the Minute Masters here, and today I'm going to show you how to upgrade your battery terminals. So this may seem like a pretty simple kind of mod, but I thought I'd bring you guys along with it. I would classify this as a supporting modification because in and of itself is not really necessary, but what it does allow you to do is tie in more accessories. So you have these additional ports here for wires, and I like that because first off, I already have this wire here which feeds my KC light, which lights up the engine bay. And I've never been entirely satisfied with the way this looks. I just don't think it's very organized and clean. And I would like to add additional lighting and other things to the truck. And so I would rather not just keep adding random wires that are tied onto this bolt here. I just think it would just get kind of filled in a nuisance after a while. So enter the multi-port terminal here. So to get started, I would say start with one side first. And it's kind of one of those things where there's no coming back. So before we get too far involved, you want to undo one of your terminals and test fit this. Now, if it's too wide, they do come with these spacers. And all you're going to do is you'll squeeze these things down and force it around your terminal, and that will probably give you enough width on it where this thing will make a really snug fit. So I'm going to do a little test fit here, bring it back, and then we'll do the actual move, cutting wires and fitting them on. All right, so I removed our negative terminal, and I have put on our new multi-terminal here. I did not have to use the spacers, so at least on this type of interstate battery, it's a nice fit. This could be metric only because I had to move up a wrench size and it wasn't quite snug, so a little tidbit there. So our next step here is we're going to back off both of these hex set screws here, and clearly the big one is going to go with our larger negative grounding wire here, and this one is going to go, that grounds the body, is going to go in the smaller one. And so we're just going to cut that guy, cut them there, strip them back, plug them in, tighten them down, and we should be good to go on terminal number 1. So I've replaced one terminal, as you can see already, and man, you have to agree, going from that to that, I mean, this just, it just looks so much better. Clean, shiny, starting to look like a 21st century vehicle here. So yeah, actually, let's just take a look at this. Look at that. I mean, this thing was just done. So just in case you're a little curious as to what you will need to do this job, you'll need 2 hex keys here, 4mm and a 5. That works both those set screws there. The closest wrench size to this nut on here is a 14mm, although I did snug it down with a 9/16. Half inch is what gets the old one off. Aside from that, if you have some wire strippers, you can just cut any one of the wires. And then because the gauge is much larger than anything that would be on a set of, residential strippers, you'll just have to mark back so much, cut a line all the way around it, and slip the jacket off yourself. So I've already tested this. Everything started up and worked just fine. So we know we have a great connection there. So now we're going to move to the positive side. I'm going to run through the same. Guys, we have 2 bright, sharp, brand new battery terminals, and best of all, it helps us organize all of our auxiliary wiring. I mean, just look at that, just plugged right in the back. You saw it before, it was just ugly, came around the side, just not an organized way to add extra wiring to your battery. And of course it works. I turn the truck on, everything powers up just fine, including my KC Cyclone lights. Flip the switch, boom, lights right up. And this is barely a 10-minute job, especially when you have all the tools. I've got my bag of tricks over here. And if you didn't see it in the video, it was a 3mm L key that does those side set screws there. Otherwise, pretty simple, especially when you've got your tunes blasting over here on your radio. It definitely makes the job go by like that. So that's all for me, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. It's a great supporting mod, as I said, because you can just keep plugging wires into the back of that thing and it will stay organized. So that's all for me. Hit the subscribe icon over here. Check out some of my other videos. I'm Stevie from the Minute Masters. Thanks for watching.